So, corn is wind pollinated. This means that wind carries its grain, and so are many, many plants. But this means a couple things. First of all, it's not as efficient as insects because the wind just carries the pollen wherever it goes. But it also means you need to plant a certain amount of corn to really get a good yield to make sure that all the corn is pollinated correctly. Another thing is it's beneficial to plant them all close together so it doesn't spread out too much. Now this also has problems because it promotes large-scale agriculture in many ways that's not as sustainable. It makes it more of outreach of small-scale farmers. And if you pack the corn less densely, you can pack in other crops like the Three Sisters, where you mix in beans too, squash, pumpkins, and a bunch of other things you could do to take care of the soil a little better. So is there a way around this? Well, I think there is. And that may be to correct around the whole perimeter large, but not super large, fences. And these fences will act like giant masks or filters that the pollen can't get through easily, but when the wind comes in, it blows it back out. So pollen will get trapped at these filters at the edges into it, and when the wind reverses directions, it blows back into the whole area, and wind frequently changes directions. This means that eventually the pollen will probably hit the ends of the corn. And it's especially true for ones at the corners or edges where it could more go off track. Another idea would be to slowly resuspend the pollen higher up so it travels farther before it hits the ground where it will get stuck. But it also could mean that more efficient travels for less densely packed stuff. Another idea would be to have a robot system that manually collects pollen from grain to grain and then gives it out. Or you could have besides more of like a physical insect, you could have maybe a vacuum cleaner that vacuums it up and then sprays it onto a certain plant. But you have to figure out how to make it cheap and nicely, which is hard to do compared to the simple mechanical setup that I said. You could maybe combine them and see which ones are not best fertilized yet, and then use the mechanical one. So first you have the filter, then you have the mechanical one. The problem with the mechanical one is also would use up a lot more electricity than the other version. And I do mean a lot more electricity. And it would also have more wiring and stuff, and also more likely to fail. Well, thank you very much for listening. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers in a year and 4,000 watch hours, which is really hard, but with your help, I think I can do it. Also, if any of these are future videos, comments, or suggestions, please leave in the comment section below. Thank you very much again. Goodbye.